everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Podcast, your favorite place to boost your English and have fun while doing it. I'm David, and I'm excited you're here.
And I'm Sarah. Thanks, David. I'm super happy to be here with you all today. We've got something extra special lined up for this episode.
You know that feeling when you're speaking English, but the words feel too basic? Like you're always saying good, nice, or help.
Been there. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. We're diving into advanced vocabulary, the kind that makes your English pop.
We're not just giving you fancy words. We'll teach you how to use them naturally, so you sound confident, clear, and totally fluent.
And don't worry, no boring word lists or textbook-style lectures. Just real talk, real examples, and fun ways to practice.
So if you've ever felt stuck using the same words over and over, this episode will help you break free and upgrade your English instantly.
Before we jump in, if you love learning with us, hit that like button and subscribe. That way, you won't miss a single step on your fluency journey.
When we talk about mastering advanced vocabulary, we're not saying you need to sound like a professor. It's about choosing words that express your thoughts more clearly, precisely, and with the right tone, so people understand exactly what you mean.
A lot of learners think advanced vocabulary means memorizing long or complicated words, but that's not the point. It's about using words that help you say more with less, adding depth, color, and accuracy to your everyday conversations.
Think about it like this. Instead of saying, "I'm very tired," imagine saying, "I'm exhausted." That one word changes the feeling instantly and paints a stronger picture. That's the power of choosing a word that really fits.
Yes, and this doesn't mean replacing every simple word. It means expanding your toolkit. You want to have more options when you speak, so you're not stuck repeating the same words, like nice, good, or bad in every sentence.
The technique we'll show you is simple. Learn a word, understand how it's used naturally, and start using it in context. No memorization for the sake of it, just learning by doing, in ways that make the word stick in your mind.
That's why we focus on phrases, patterns, and real-life examples. When you hear a word in action, especially in a situation you can relate to, it becomes easier to remember and even easier to use it when you speak.
Over time, these words become part of your natural speaking style. You'll notice that you start expressing yourself in a more confident, fluent way without even realizing it. That's when you know vocabulary mastery is working.
And the best part is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be curious, consistent, and open to trying new ways of expressing yourself. That's how you move from basic English to powerful, fluent communication.
Let's take a basic sentence like, "I was very angry." It works, but it's plain. Now try this. "I was absolutely furious when I saw what happened." That word, furious, adds intensity and emotion instantly, and the sentence becomes way more expressive.
Exactly. Or think about the word happy. Everyone uses it, but imagine saying, "I was absolutely thrilled with the results." Doesn't that feel more alive, more real? Thrilled tells us it wasn't just any happiness. It was strong, exciting happiness.
Another one we hear all the time is, "That's good." But now, let's elevate it. Try saying, "That's phenomenal," or "That's outstanding." These words show you're truly impressed. They add impact and people notice when you speak with that kind of energy.
Here's a nice switch. Instead of saying it was hard, say it was challenging but rewarding. It gives a more complete picture. Not just that it was difficult, but that it had value. Advanced vocabulary helps you tell a fuller, more meaningful story.
Let's go further. Instead of, I don't like it, how about saying, it doesn't resonate with me, or it's not really my style? These are polite, confident ways to express your opinion, and they sound much more natural in real conversations.
And when you say something like, I need help, you could elevate it to, I could really use your insight on this. That small change adds professionalism, respect, and makes you sound like someone who knows how to communicate well in any setting.
These kinds of expressions not only make you sound more fluent, but they also help you connect better. People understand your tone, your emotion, and your intention more clearly when your word choices are specific and powerful.
And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. You'll start choosing these words without thinking twice. And that's when your English starts to feel not just fluent, but truly expressive and advanced.
One of the biggest benefits of using advanced vocabulary is that you can finally say exactly what you mean. No more guessing or hoping the other person understands. Your words match your thoughts, and your message becomes crystal clear.
That's true. And the better you express yourself, the more confident you feel in conversations. When you have the right words, you stop overthinking and just speak. It removes so much stress and lets you focus on connection, not perfection.
Another big win is how people respond to you. When you use specific, natural-sounding vocabulary, you sound more professional, more fluent, and more trustworthy. That makes a huge difference in work, school, travel. Really, in any situation.
Yes, and it also helps with listening. When you know more advanced vocabulary, you start understanding podcasts, interviews, and native conversations more easily because you're familiar with the kind of words real speakers actually use.
And let's not forget, learning vocabulary like this isn't just about memorizing. It trains your brain to think faster in English. You're building mental shortcuts so your brain can recognize, choose, and use better words more quickly and naturally.
Plus, it makes your English more colorful and expressive. You'll be able to share your ideas, feelings, and opinions with more depth. That's what moves you from basic to fluent, when people don't just understand your words but feel them too.
You also become a more flexible speaker. You'll stop relying on the same words and phrases all the time. That flexibility gives you freedom to speak, to write, to explain things in different ways, no matter the situation or topic.
And honestly, it just feels good. When you use a word that fits perfectly, it's like a little win in your day. That feeling keeps you motivated to keep learning, practicing, and exploring everything the English language has to offer.
The first step is to choose just one or two advanced words that you actually like. Don't pick something random or too academic. Pick words you can imagine using in a conversation, something that feels useful and interesting to you.
Next, you want to hear that word in real use. Search for it in a podcast, a video, or an online article. Focus on how it's used in a sentence, not just the dictionary meaning. This helps your brain link the word to a natural, real-life situation.
Then, try creating 3 to 5 example sentences using the word. Write them down, say them out loud, and personalize them to your own life. If the word is overwhelmed, for example, talk about a time you felt overwhelmed. Make it personal.
Now it's time to speak. Use the word in a voice message to a friend, in a language app, or even in a short monologue you record for yourself. The key is to say it out loud, in context, because that's what makes it stick in your active vocabulary.
After that, review the word a few times over the week. Don't just study it once and forget about it. Try using it again in a different sentence. You're building a memory path, and repetition is what makes that path stronger and easier to follow.
One great way to reinforce learning is to use the new word in a short story. Keep it simple. 3 or 4 sentences where you describe something that happened using the advanced word naturally. This helps you apply it creatively and confidently.
You can also add these words to a personal vocabulary journal. But don't just list them. Write them with a sentence, the context, and maybe even a little drawing or emoji that connects with the meaning. Make it visual and emotional if you can.
And finally, be patient. Learning to use advanced vocabulary isn't about perfection. It's about practice, curiosity, and growth. Each time you use a new word, you're expanding your fluency and building a stronger version of your English voice.
A common mistake is trying to learn too many advanced words at once. People often make big lists and memorize them like school homework. But this doesn't work long term. You end up forgetting most of them because you never use them in real situations.
Another big one is using a fancy word in the wrong context. Just because a word sounds impressive doesn't mean it fits everywhere. If you're not sure how it's used, check multiple examples. First, it's better to use a simpler word correctly than misuse an advanced one.
Many learners also skip the listening part. They only read new vocabulary, but don't hear how native speakers actually use those words. That's a mistake. Listening helps you understand tone, pronunciation, and natural flow, which are key to sounding fluent.
And let's not forget pronunciation. Sometimes learners focus so much on meaning that they totally ignore how the word sounds. Then they use it in a conversation, and no one understands them. So always check how it's pronounced and practice saying it clearly.
People also try to force advanced words into every sentence. It sounds unnatural and a bit robotic. Native speakers don't do that. Vocabulary should flow with the message. Use new words when they fit. Don't just use them to sound smart.
A subtle mistake is forgetting to connect emotionally with the words. If you treat vocabulary like a list of items to memorize, it becomes cold and boring. But when you tie a word to a feeling, a story, or a moment, it sticks in your memory much better.
Learners sometimes rely too heavily on written practice and never actually speak the words. But spoken English is different. If you don't train your mouth and brain together, you won't be able to recall those words during real conversations.
And finally, don't let perfectionism block your progress. Waiting to master a word before using it keeps you stuck. You learn by using it, even if it feels awkward at first. Mistakes are part of the process. What matters is staying consistent and curious.
Here's your challenge. Choose one advanced word you heard today, just one, and use it 3 times today in your real life. Say it out loud in different sentences, maybe while talking to yourself, recording a message, or speaking to someone you trust.
To make it even more powerful, try using that word in 3 different moods or tones. Maybe once to describe a serious situation, once in a casual sentence, and once with a bit of humor. That variety helps you connect with the word on a deeper level.
You can also try what I call the 1-3-5 method. 1 word, 3 personal examples, and 5 short interactions, using it throughout the week. It doesn't take long, just 5 minutes a day, but it makes a big difference in how fast you internalize it.
And if you want to take it further, challenge a friend to do the same. Pick 1 word each, then share your sentences with each other by voice or message. That little bit of pressure, and fun, adds energy to your learning and makes it more memorable.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just get the word out of your mouth and into action. You'll be surprised how quickly it becomes part of your speaking. Remember, vocabulary doesn't grow in silence. It grows in movement, sound, and practice.
Another idea. Tell a 30-second story using your new word. It could be something real or totally made up. The goal is to make your brain stretch and play with the word in a real context. This kind of creative use locks the vocabulary into your memory.
And if you ever feel stuck or shy, use a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and say your sentences out loud. It builds confidence and gives you instant feedback on your pronunciation, rhythm, and how comfortable you are using new words.
Most importantly, have fun with it. Learning advanced vocabulary shouldn't feel like a test. It's an upgrade for your brain, your voice, and your life. So take the challenge. Speak it out loud and enjoy watching your English come alive.
Today, we explored how advanced vocabulary can take your English to the next level. We shared techniques, real-life examples, common mistakes to avoid, and even gave you a simple challenge to apply everything right away.
We hope you're feeling more confident and excited to use new words with purpose and style. Learning advanced vocabulary isn't about memorizing. It's about connection, creativity, and expression, and you're totally capable of doing it.
Now it's your turn. Leave a comment telling us which word from today's episode you're going to use this week. We'd love to see your sentences and help you along your journey. Let's build this learning community together.
And hey, if you made it to the end of this episode, that means you're serious about your fluency. So write the word easy in the comments to let us know you're one of the determined learners who stays until the final minute. We see you and we celebrate you.
If you got value from this episode, help us grow this podcast by clicking that like button and sharing it with a friend who's also learning English. One click makes a big difference.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. We're here every week to support your practice and keep you moving forward. Your English journey is just getting better and better.